Hello everyone, this is Fosun. Today, I will share with you. It's similar to a plastic seal bag. To seal some fruits, tomatoes, and so on inside this effect. Okay. This is a simple scene. Let's duplicate this tomato and create a new project. Okay, delete the label. You can see this is a tomato model. Go back to the scene. Then in the simulation scene, turn off gravity. Then create a cube. Turn on the chamfer of the cube. Then turn on perspective view. Adjust the size. It's almost right to just wrap it inside. To wrap the tomato inside, right-click. Add a simulation collision body label. Then for this cube, add a bullet label. Okay, set this value higher. To give it more details, you don't need to give the stretch, because if you give it stretch, it will have a pulling effect. Lower the thickness a bit. Next, add a gravity in the simulation. And put it in the middle of the tomato. Change the motor force. And then increase the intensity. Play it to see. Now, the subdivision here is not enough. Let's play it again. You can see that it will shrink into this effect. It sticks to the surface of the tomato. Increase it a bit more. And increase the strength of the force. Okay, that's about it. In this way, it becomes a kind of plastic film. Then after vacuuming, and adsorbed on the surface. Then do the same operation for others. We can add a fabric surface to it. And give it some thickness. And next a layer of subdivision surface. This is a relatively smooth model. If you feel it's not smooth enough, you can add another one here. Smooth. Smooth. And put it here. The overall surface will be smooth. This one, it depends on our own need. Then, convert it to an object in its current state. Okay, now we have to fix models. I'll plus G to make a group. Change it to a fridge. Then you can adjust the direction and put it on the desktop. Or a table. Come back. Then check the rendering. Zoom in. Here, a box is used as a bottom surface. First, let's look at the material of the box. And the texture will be packaged in the project. One is similar to this, using the noise texture provided by CCD. Here is a noise. Then the connection is, you chose this type. It has some small spots similar to this effect. And connected to a bump node. Take a look. There are some star-shaped dents. Another one is a scratch texture map. refresh it. Okay, in this way, to simulate scratches on a metal surface, which is also connected to a bump node. These two are mixed, so there will be some dot-like concave marks, the effect of these dots, and some scratch effects. Okay, this is the metal part. And then there's the plastic bag on the tomato's surface. The shrink-wrapped bag is a hexagon texture. Normal map with a hexagonal texture. It also has bump mapping. The difference is here. If you choose a normal map, we need to change the input texture type here to this type. Tangent space normal to this type. Then, connect it to a glass material. Glass is a standard material. Then turn it off. Turn on the transmission and refraction. Here, I reduce its roughness. And here the refractive index. Because the plastic bag, normally, it doesn't have a refractive index like glass. Refractive index as high as glass. Okay. This is the material of the outer bag. Next is the material of a tomato. There is nothing to say about the tomato material. Then, the main thing is to connect the entire set of PBO texture to the corresponding position. Here, I chose a for surface channels. Well, here is also because it is a normal map. Here, we also choose tangent space normal. Here is a tomato color. It's too rosy. So we added the color adjustment interface to make it a little brighter and more transparent. These three are the materials of the scene. And then there are some lighting areas. The light is using the one we used before. This lighting material method. The addition method is here. You can see there is an add button here. After clicking it, it will create a light node. Then here, we also choose a side shot, where you can see some of them, which are white, and some black areas are linked. Give a gradient to compress the black and white range. Link it to the light, to the color of the material node. Okay, this is the light material. And these few are all made in this way. Separate different materials. The ball is because its strength is different here. Okay. Let's take a look. This light is only for the tomato. To give the tomato some light and shade contrast. This kind of light is also used to the outer plastic shell to create some reflection effects. Look at these few with added materials separately. Is to make these scenes more rich. Let's look at them one by one. Here, a light is given directly in front to have some illuminated areas and the back area. Because after the front is bright, this place is too dark. Okay. Same. It's also to enhance the plastic seal, the reflection of the bag. And here, it also makes the surface's bumps and depressions can be reflected. Look at these two. This is what we just said, to illuminate the tomato. This one, to make the shell have more highlights. This is where all the lights are turned on. Another is the global. In the default case here, it has a channel number like this. So the whole area here, the transparent shell will be darker. You can increase the channels. then the depth of refraction will be more, which will make it appear brighter. Okay. And here in the channels, we choose a reflection channel. And our refraction channel. There is also a tomato channel, and a channel for the plastic shell. You can see the idea here is 3. And then, one is the channel of the background outside. The tomato channel is to check the reflection and refraction idea, which can pass through the shell. The shell is a transmission, which is similar to the refraction of glass, to see the tomato through the shell. Okay, this is the rendered section. Then let's look at the post-production part. This is after post-color correction. Then look at each layer. The first layer is the imported render layer. And another layer of refraction to make it brighter. Then there is another layer of refraction. A mask is added to the refraction layer to make only part of it brighter. Okay, the overall transparency here is not very high. If you increase it, it will be brighter overall. It doesn't need to be so bright. And at the bottom, after adding the refraction, there will be some white blocky areas. Let's see how to deal with it later. Okay, this is the main color adjustment. The first one is the curve adjustment to increase the contrast. Then there is a color adjustment to make the overall tone towards a blue-purple, to a blue-purple. You can also adjust it to other hues. This is a main color adjustment function. Here, I slightly increase the brightness. This layer is to darken the area below. The areas with strong reflection are darkened. You can see that, so that it doesn't take away the focus of the main subject. Then I selected a channel. This channel is the one we saw before, which is the background channel. The channel of the metal area, so that only the metal part can be dimmed, and it will also make the main product in the middle more prominent. Here, I gave it a brighter place, because we are. Here, it's because the shaft is selected to be shorter, so there won't be that pop-up window. Okay. Okay. This is our today's color grading content. Mainly to correct the color. Another is to press the back of it to reduce the reflection of the back. Not so obvious. And brighten up some local areas. Okay, that's all for today. Thanks for watching.